Hey everybody, I'm Kris Dunn, and you're watching Talent Talks, brought to you by the good people at Saba Software, the series where we're 100% dedicated to making your managers better coaches. I'm happy to be joined today by the one, the only, Mr. Tim Sackett. Tim, how are you?
I'm great, Kris. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, Tim's the president at HRU Technical Resources, a great recruiting shop up in the north doing work nationally. And so happy you're with us here on Talent Talks, Tim. What we want to talk about today, you've got some interesting thoughts on Sidetracks. And I know Sidetracks to be a part of a coaching conversation when you talk to your people about anything you would talk to them in the coaching realm. Will you explain your view of what a sidetrack is?
Yeah, Kris, I mean, a sidetrack is basically an excuse that an employee gives during the performance management conversation with a manager, right? So it could be like, oh, it's, you as a manager, you come and you're coaching them and you're saying, hey, here's the issue that we're facing, boom, boom, boom. And then you shut up, right? Wait for them to respond. And the response is, well, let's not talk about me. Let's talk about Mary over there. She's 100 times worse than I am. And they're trying to throw you off and talk about something else. It could be a number of things. Oh, the computer system you gave me sucks and it's not fast enough, and that's why I have to use that. It could be I have terrible accounts. Like everybody else has great accounts. I have bad accounts. That's why I'm not a good salesperson. So it's all these kinds of excuses that are built in, that we give managers or that employees are giving managers when they're trying to get the conversation away from them and their bad performance.
Well, you kind of view these and we term them as sidetracks, right? And that kind of tells you what they do to the managers who got it on their to-do list, right? I'm going to coach Tim today. I'm going in there. And then he blows me up with one of these sidetracks. Why are they so hard for, inexperienced and even experienced managers to deal with?
Well, I think part of it is sometimes it's true, right? Like they're like, oh yeah, I'm talking to you right now, but yeah, you're right, Mary does suck, but we're not talking about Mary. So the other part of it, I think, is if you don't have really good metrics and agreed upon kind of deliverables from the person that's sitting in front of you, you're allowing them to kind of drive the conversation then to say, oh, well, I don't, why are you worried talked about me? I'm doing better than this person over here. Instead of coming right back and saying, hey, we're talking about your performance. We're talking about what you and I agreed upon the last time we had this coaching conversation that you didn't deliver. And it's really hard for those managers to bring that back around.
Great. Tim, to close us up, give us some ideas. Give us one or two ideas when a manager goes in on a coaching conversation, they get blown up, just ruthlessly blown up by one of these sidetracks. What's a coping mechanism they can do not to walk away from the coaching conversation, but get it back on track and continue?
I still think it comes back to asking the individual employee, what are you going to do to solve this agreed upon goal that we set? And then again, shut up, not talk, make them kind of come up with that. And again, if they don't come back with anything really well, you just have to keep kind of coming back at them with a new question, a new way to get it out of their mouth to say, you tell me, what is it that you're gonna do to change this? And then as a manager, you can come back because we tend to have that oh, well, here's what I'm going to do to help you. But you can't do that first. You have to get them to say that to you.
Got it. So just re-engage, try and get it back on the coaching tool that you're using. Makes total sense. All right. You've been watching Talent Talks from Saba Software. If you like this, and what's not to like when you listen to Tim Sackett talk about sidetracks, he's the king of sidetracks, by the way. What's not to like? If you like this, like us down below, drop us a comment, all of that stuff that you normally do with videos that you watch. I'd like to thank Saba Software for letting us host Talent Talks. And Tim, thanks to you.
Thank you.
See you, everybody.